Welcome to another chilling tale from the darkness, where the line between the living and the dead blurs. Tonight, we will explore the legend of the Phantom Hitchhiker, a haunting tale that has left many travelers trembling with fear. Join us as we journey into the unknown. But beware, for not all who hitch a ride are what they seem. Not a long time ago, I was on a desolate stretch of highway, where I was driving a weary trucker, making a late-night delivery. The road is shrouded in darkness, the only illumination coming from my headlights. As I round a bend, I spot a figure on the side of the road, thumb outstretched, seeking a ride. Despite the eerie atmosphere, my compassion outweighs my unease, and I pulled over to offer the hitchhiker a lift. Little did I know, this act of kindness will lead me down a path of terror and disbelief, as the hitchhiker's true nature is revealed on this fateful night. As we traveled down the darkened highway, I tried to engage the hitchhiker in conversation, but he remains ominously silent, staring straight ahead. I start to feel uneasy, a creeping sense of dread settling over me. I glance at the hitchhiker from time to time, but the figure's face is obscured in shadow, making it impossible to make out any features. Eventually, we reach the exit the hitchhiker had directed me to take. I slow the truck and pull over to let the hitchhiker out, but when I turn to say goodbye, I find the seat beside him empty. Confused, I looked around the cab, thinking the hitchhiker might have moved to the back, but there's no one there. I even checked the sleeper berth, but it's empty too. Panic starts to rise in my chest as I realize the hitchhiker has disappeared without a trace. I got out of the truck and looked around, shining my flashlight into the darkness, but there's no sign of the mysterious passenger. My heart pounding, I climb back into the cab and notice something chilling. On the window, written in the condensation, are the words, "You're not alone." A chill runs down my spine as I realize the hitchhiker was no ordinary traveler, but a ghostly apparition. I start the truck and drive off, the words on the window haunting me. As I continued my journey, I can't shake the feeling of being watched. Every shadow seems to conceal a hidden presence, and every creak of the truck feels like a whisper from the other side. I reached my destination shaken, but relieved to be free of the phantom hitchhiker. But as I unload my cargo and prepare to bed down for the night, I can't escape the feeling that I was not alone. The memory of the hitchhiker and the chilling message on the window linger. As I drive off into the night, the weight of what I've seen sinking in, I can't help but wonder about the phantom hitchhiker. Who was he? What did he want? And most importantly, where did he disappear to? And so, as I travel my own road, remember to keep an eye out for hitchhikers, for I never know who or what might be along for the ride. A reminder that some encounters leave a mark long after they're over. I was driving down a desolate highway, exhausted from the long journey. I pull into a rest stop, hoping for a moment of respite, only to find myself in the grips of a chilling haunting. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting an eerie glow over the deserted rest stop, I pull in for a much-needed break. The air is thick with an ominous silence, broken only by the distant howl of the wind. I step out of my truck, stretching my cramped muscles, when I notice a figure standing at the edge of the rest stop. It's a ghostly apparition, shimmering in the fading light. Intrigued and slightly unnerved, I cautiously approached. The figure is that of a young woman, her face twisted in anguish. She reaches out to me, her voice a desperate whisper. She warns me of impending danger, urging me to leave the rest stop before it's too late. I was skeptical, but I decided to heed the warning. As I prepare to leave, I hear a chilling sound behind me. The figure is gone, replaced by a sense of foreboding that hangs heavy in the air. Determined to unravel the mystery, I returned the next night, armed with a flashlight and a sense of dread. As I explored the rest stop, I discovered clues that hint a tragic accident that occurred years ago. It seems the restless spirit is trapped in a loop, reliving its final moments over and over again. Suddenly, I hear a blood-curdling scream. The ghostly figure materializes before me, her eyes pleading for help. I realize I was running out of time. I must find a way to break the cycle or risk being trapped in the rest stop forever. Driven by a newfound sense of purpose, I delved deeper into the rest stop's dark history. I uncovered newspaper clippings detailing a hit-and-run accident that claimed the life of a young woman, the same woman who now haunts the rest stop. As I pieced together the events leading up to the accident, I begin to understand the ghostly figure's plight. She is trapped in a tormenting cycle, doomed to relive her final moments until someone helps her find her peace. With newfound determination, I set out to right the wrongs of the past. Through a series of harrowing encounters and heart-stopping revelations, I finally lay the spirit to rest, breaking the haunting cycle once and for all. As I drive away from the rest stop, the sun begins to rise, casting a warm glow over the once desolate place. The ghostly figure fades into the light, her anguished expression replaced by a peaceful smile. Fade into a dark and desolate highway, with only the headlights of a truck cutting through the night. The sound of the engine is the only thing breaking the silence. I was a seasoned trucker, cruising down the highway. The radio crackles with static, adding an eerie backdrop to the scene. I receive a mysterious call offering a job to transport a cargo of unknown origin to a remote location. The pay is handsome, but there's a catch. The cargo must not be opened under any circumstances. Curiosity gnaws at my mind as I drive through the night. What could be so important about this cargo? Despite the warning, the temptation becomes too great. I pull over, open the cargo, and find a peculiar object wrapped in ancient cloth. A cursed artifact, its origins unknown. As I gaze upon the object, a chill runs down my spine. The artifact emanates a strange energy, filling the cab of the truck with an eerie glow. Ignoring the warning signs, I touch the artifact, unleashing a surge of dark power. From that moment on, my journey descends into madness. Shadows flit at the edge of my vision, disappearing when I turn to look. Whispers fill the cab, unintelligible yet menacing. The radio plays distorted messages, words of warning lost in static. Despite my best efforts to ignore the growing sense of dread, my mind begins to unravel. I start seeing things. Grotesque figures standing by the roadside, their eyes glowing with malevolence. The line between reality and nightmare blurs, leaving me questioning my sanity. As the night wears on, the malevolent force unleashed by the artifact grows stronger. My fear feeds it, making it more powerful with each passing mile. Desperate to escape, I consider abandoning the cargo, but something compels me to continue. At a rest stop, I encounter a mysterious figure, a traveler who seems to know more than they should. They warn me of the artifact's true nature, a relic of ancient evil that seeks to consume the souls of the living. The traveler offers a way to banish the curse, but it requires a sacrifice. Haunted by visions of horror and despair, I press on, determined to rid myself of the cursed cargo. As we near the final destination, the supernatural forces unleashed by the artifact reach their peak. My only hope is to confront the entity head-on and banish it from this world. Finally, I arrive at the destination, a desolate crossroads in the middle of nowhere. The cargo must be delivered, but at what cost? As I unload the cursed object, a figure emerges from the darkness. The embodiment of the curse itself. In a heart-stopping climax, I confronted the supernatural entity, battling for my soul. Will I survive the night, or will I become another victim of this cursed cargo? The answer lies in the darkness, waiting to be discovered. As the sun rises on the desolate highway, my truck sits abandoned, the cargo nowhere to be found. The legend of the cursed cargo lives on, a cautionary tale for those who dare to defy the unknown.